Bruce with We Are Change Colorado here. I'm with Derrick Broze, and we're outside the 9/11 Symposium event. It's been 14 years later, and we have no plans on forgetting the big lie that was pushed. It was like, it's time for people to realize Santa Claus isn't real anymore. 9/11 was a big lie, and it's time that we keep pursuing truth, whatever avenue that activism may look like. Derrick is the founder of Conscious Resistance Network, or is that close enough? Yeah, close enough. And he does a lot of great work. One of my most biggest inspirations right here. And so, Derrick, what's been up with you lately? So we haven't caught up since our interview at United We Stand.
So in the last year that we've talked, I'm here at 9/11, of course, like you said, not forgetting about the lie. But the last year, I've released a book. I'm writing more, traveling the country, just trying to spread awareness and get people to keep questioning things like this.
What's your issue that you think that we can actually see the most effectiveness on? I know 9/11, some people are kind of shifting away from 9/11 because there's not a lot of things we can actually do. With the 28 pages, there is some sort of little effort to put in, but what's your issue that you think there's the most effectiveness on?
I honestly think that what activists need to do is start focusing less on the problems. That doesn't mean ignore what's happening, but we need to start working on ourselves. We need to localize. And how do you localize more, than just your own community? You work on yourself. That's the most local we can go. So that, for me, is where I'm shifting all my energy and my focus. Also, I really encourage people to look into the ideas of agorism, which is basically just building local, trying to build counter institutions to the state, to the government. If you don't like what the government's doing or what the corporations are doing, try to work within your own community to build something that you do support, and stop feeding them your dollars. So things like that. I'm really just trying to, besides continuing to spread awareness for those who are just, because everybody's at different levels. Some people are just getting to the research, and for those people, I want them to have access to information that helps them in their research. But for those who've been doing this for years now, and we're kind of bogged down, we're like, okay, we know about 9/11, we know about the NSA spying, we know about all these things. How can we actually focus on solutions? And I think it's for those of us that are out here actually doing these things, putting ourselves in front of the cameras and in front of people to push that message, to show people that there are solutions, but it's up to us to focus on them, to highlight them, and to build them. Because a lot of the solutions that we're going to see, we probably haven't even seen them yet. We haven't created them yet. They're waiting for us to create them. So it's up to us to do that.
Absolutely. And so with We Are Change Colorado, we went through this transformation. We held a Won the Event Love Rhythm Action, which was a solutions gathering last November, switching from me to we, switching from problems to solutions, switching from the fear to the love. And that was a huge breakthrough for us. And we've seen just a lot of transformation come through that. And our recent work, we worked on the fluoride issue. Although they didn't take it out of the water, we did make national headlines, and we definitely got it out there to where local Colorado communities are now talking about taking fluoride out because of the work that myself and a few others, shout out to everybody who helped do that. Just a couple people it took to actually get some things done. So like I put on my, we got a little city bus here. Like I put on my Twitter, it's like, to be the change you wish to see in the world, you must first be willing to change yourself. And I think that's exactly what you're saying. We got to raise our vibration, and we just got to, if something's holding us back, if there's resistance, whatever it is, we just got to let that go and keep on moving and keep on taking action where we can find change. And so it's been a great little quick interview. I thank you for what you're doing. You inspire so many people all over the world, and I just want to give you your props and give you your love. Derrick Broze, everybody. D Broze, live free on the old tweeter. Come on now. Follow this man and check him out, and just keep on doing what you do, man. Thank you for what you do, and you guys, be the change you wish to see in the world. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Who's this? Who's this? Wait a minute. Whoa. This guy. Who's this guy? I've never had a chance to interview this guy, but he's just sitting over here. Luke Rudkowski, everybody. I don't think I would be in New York City if Luke hasn't done the work that he's done over the course of the years. I remember seeing Luke and Loose Change, and I was like, man, I want to be like that guy. I want to actually do things for the world, ask the tough questions of people, and years later, here I am getting the chance to interview you. I want to ask you, though, here, put you on the spot, what are some of your favorite videos? Whether it's a confrontation, what are some of the favorite We Are Change videos you've shot, Luke?
Wow, there's a lot of them.
Tell us many.
The first one was Zbigniew Brzezinski, where I was chased away with security guards coming after me, trying to destroy my video footage. Being outside David Rockefeller's house for a number of hours until he finally came out, and hunting him down. Tony Blair was also just a very captivating moment of him stuttering. Henry Kissinger, obviously, sick of seeing that guy's face. But I think over time we became too close because every time I just put my mind to it, I'm like, I want to get him. and I've been getting him everywhere, to the point where I have videos I still haven't edited and put together out there, because everywhere I go in the city for major events, he's just there, and I'm like, hey, and
me again.
Hey, how are you, buddy? Again, going through this one more time. Let's go. I think a lot of other videos that made a big impact was when we were able to get a police officer's job back, who was protesting in Miami, and he was wearing a V for Vendetta mask. He was arrested, had his pension and job taken away. We made a video about what he did, and we were able to get his job back, get his pension back. The impact that we made on certain sustainable communities by highlighting them and the injustices that they've gone through, helping them rebuild and grow, has also been very important. We've been able to help push the James Zadroga bill back in its initial baby phases, with Dennis Kucinich getting on board by having David Miller, me sneaking him into the presidential debates, having that bill pushed forward because of Dennis Kucinich acknowledgement of it finally. So I think there's been also, there's been a lot of entertaining videos where politicians run and security's called and they freak the fuck out of just a simple question, but there's also deeper, more hardcore stuff that actually did make a difference in this world with just a simple YouTube video that I hope to kind of focus on more now.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites is that video on the subway, Just Keep Going. I think that video has been seen, I don't even know, hundreds of thousands of times in different stuff. Those kind of videos are like the lifter, the type of stuff that really keeps people keeping their spirits lifted, and I think that's really important, that what you do is different. There's different styles, the confrontation styles, the interview styles, and the street interviews with different people, and it's just really great to see what you do. What's up next for you? Do you got anything on the docket? I know we were kind of talking about, if anybody wants to go to Envision Festival in Costa Rica, we're starting to build a little crew who will go to Acapulco, February 21st, and then Envision in Costa Rica, February 28th. But other than those two, those are kind of far out there. What else is up next for you?
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Okay, me neither. I guess maybe we should hang out or something. I don't know.
I never know what I'm doing. It's always last minute. I believe there's a couple events in D.C. that I'm going to go hit up. I'm trying to get into the presidential debates in Washington. It's all spur of the moment, random last minute kind of decisions, and I just go, and I don't know. We'll see.
Impulses lead you to the miraculous, and I think I didn't even decide to come to New York until Wednesday night, and then I flew out Thursday morning, and so it's just like one of those things, like, that seems crazy to some people, but that's really freedom, and living free is really the solution that I've seen, is just stop caring what people think and do your thing. I've probably lost many friends, family members, coworkers, popular opinion of me, perceptions of me, because of my work with 9/11 Truth and talking about Monsanto and talking about fluoride and talking about these different issues. One of my issues, Luke, and I want to see where you stand on this issue, is climate change. There's a lot of clamoring. Obama's asking for climate change action, and everybody wants to talk about climate change and blah-de-blah-de-blah. I'm one of these people who thinks that we got to be real careful with the climate change stuff, because that's their way to push us towards a world government. And there's a big UN treaty being planned in Paris this December, trying to take action to stop carbon emissions. Where are you at on the whole carbon emissions and climate change stuff, Luke?
What'd you do to lose all your friends and family? Come on now. That never happened to me. But there's a way of doing this that comes from not being too polarized, and that's just kind of position I like to put myself in. Obviously, our environment is being destroyed by these mega maniacal evil corporate bastards who are just looting every national resource that we have for their own personal benefit, and you cannot live and survive off paper dollars. Yes, that is happening. True that we do need to make some changes. False is that the changes should be implemented in a way that takes away power from the individuals and only enriches the very few, which is what the solution people are going after, which is what people like Al Gore have been going after, controlling the carbon emissions trade in Europe, getting rich off of it, using it as a problem reaction solution dialectic in order to usurp sovereignty, usurp freedom as a way to doing supposedly good when it's not good at all. It's just them helping each other out even more. And that's exactly what we see with this kind of push. The science could be debated left and right. That doesn't matter. The effects on the people, the effects on the way we live and our environment is very important. And I think we need to keep both of those aspects, just in the back of our head when we do talk about about these decisions because they are very divisive. They are very polarizing. And I think just being down the middle, having that stance it's very important moving forward.
Yeah, I think we got to be really careful because our heartstrings, they like to, the man, which people wonder, who's they? The hierarchy enslaving you. The hierarchy enslaving you likes to pluck your heartstrings and guide you with controlled opposition right to where they want to. They like to have you eating out of their hand, for example. And so just beware, keep honest with yourself and keep looking into the real facts. Don't fall for all the puppet show in 2016 is really heating up, and I just don't want anyone to fall for all that hype. I know everybody's feeling the burn, but I'm not too worried about a left or a right, lesser of two evil candidate. Luke, any last comments about that or anything else?
Well, just don't put any man above yourself. Radical self-reliance is extremely important. Don't rely on anybody else but yourself to do the job for you. Do your work, do your homework. No one else is going to do it for you.
Well, shout out to Danny Panzella for filming this video. Shout out to all you guys for watching this. If you haven't already subscribed to Luke's YouTube channel, We Are Change, do it. Derrick Broze, make sure to follow him, and make sure to just take action in your own life. If you don't have any activists around yourself, go ahead and start looking for them. And if you do, make sure to thank them for what they do. We've been doing this stuff for a long, long time, and it's just getting started, my friends. We got a lot more work to do. Thank you guys for watching this video, and share it if you like to do that kind of thing, or don't. Be a free person. So much.
Just share it. Just share it.
All right. Much love to all people. We are Change.